Hey guys, not Pawn back. Tomorrow I'm gonna make a Ready Jet Go game. Tomorrow I will pitch, I promise, to pitch a Ready Jet Go reunion and game this week. But guys, like, remember how I made stories of sort of projection for the current season of Sodor that was on the air? Boy was I. Boy, let's just talk about what so far happened. Let's get right into the season. Let's get right into the season, guys. Let me tell you about what I thought of. Okay. First off, the workman. In my first video, I thought Robert, that guy, Sporadic, was well, link to that video in this video description. Well, let me link to that video in this video description. Anyway, even though I'm a bit tired, guys, I really wanted to make this video over the one I would. And what's this guy's name again?
I love hearing that.
Okay, so Watson basically replaced the Fat Controller. Or if Watson, guys, Watson will also appear in my series as well, but he's supposed to be like the counter-office of the Fat Controller. So Watson and Robert Hall are also supposed to appear in season 6 of my series. So Watson and Mr. Marin and Dougley. It's a shame, honestly, that he died. I mean, I guess that would make some sense. And Daisy really wanted to prove herself? I don't believe it. And the Queen coming to Sodor?
Appalling. I'm so sorry about that. And I'm sorry for whining about the loss of the mid-Sodor fell.
Guys, I have another theory. Stewart and Falcon. Again. Stewart and Falcon. Again. They have not yet gone by their names of Sir Handel and Peter Sam. Guys, if I could remake season 2, I would have Sir, or maybe I will have a flashback to have Sir Handel be there. To have Sir Handel. Don't. I would keep stories of similar ideas. Anyway. And I feel. Anyway. Wait. I'm also watching my original. As I said in my last video, I thought that it was Alicia Body. But here's a clip from the episode.
Fizzling fireboxes. That's awful. So she's standing vigil for a man? And I should move closer to the riverbank. I want to make sure my husband can see me. Same age. So did I.
What's her name again? Something, I forget.
She was Aiden's teacher? Maybe it's just me, but I thought they were about the same age. So did I. Perhaps she's discovered the fountain of youth. It might also give her a light touch. When she walked away, she didn't make a sound. Bust my buffers. I didn't even realize that until you mentioned it just now.
Guys, something else I forgot to mention in my original video is that the Arlesdale guys were actually teased in the previous episode. Which is actually nice, because...
Oh, there's something very odd about that woman. And after what Gordon told us, I think she's a couple of chords short of us. What do you mean by all? But she prefers to keep it as is.
Guys, what's her name again? God. She might be related to Alicia Body, but she's not
Aiden.
the
How
Alicia
are
Body.
you? Better than you, it seems. Why the long face? I just heard this rather sad music coming from the Fletcher house.
Oh yeah, her name is Mrs. Fletcher. Sure. And Alicia Body's full name is I really don't know. I know Alicia Body. I don't think Alicia Body is Mrs. Fletcher. Sure. And also the Fletch. But how come we never seen her before? Guys, one big problem I have with continuity is that they treat Mrs. Fletcher like she's always been there. But yet in the past 2 seasons, couple
Is
seasons,
that wasting away here? Is that what your husband would have? Wallow in it, or you'll end.
past seasons, I'm even going back to maybe Mrs. Fletcher was not there for Victor purposes, but timeline wise, she should have been there. That's the only problem I really have.
End up, well, need fixing, among other things. You over for that certain he would come back. She held up. What a boy living in a ship called the Silver Krill. I'll shout it.
I don't think she's related at all to Alicia Body. If my guess is correct, let's go back through the promo and tell you what about. Let's go back through it together, shall we, guys?
The painful recovery, one that was nearly derailed
I called it. That guy.
by the
Boss
actions
or
of an
something.
informant. Shortly after a change in leadership, an
We
infamous
just saw that,
troublemaker
like,
would briefly
like
join
2
our
weeks ago.
ranks. Daisy would feel compelled to test
Okay.
her limits, and the Skarloey Railway suffered some grave losses.
Let me
a
give
new
you
company
my
was founded at
You see, I was actually right in my original video, or some video, that they were the Arlesdale manager guys. Which is also
Arlesdale,
in.
which was home to an unusual musician. So,
I don't know what the protester could be about. Maybe Alicia Body's still coming? Possibly? Maybe? Yeah, I'm not counting on it. Or maybe Stuart and Falcon are changing their name? Possibly, maybe, not likely. Or no. Possibly. Okay, let's give it benefit of the doubt and say Stuart and Falcon in this universe didn't change until 1970. Years after these.
several protesters began causing problems.
Okay, which, guys, these are the final 2 episodes. So, and if my math is right, Victor should be done with the season. I will make a video, the day that the season comes out, the day that the final episode comes out, and I can tell you what wrong and what true. So far, I don't think anything has come true. Any prediction of mine has come true. But, I mean, Dudley was okay, and Mrs. Fletcher revealing to be a ghost. But that could happen. What happened to her husband, is something that sadly happened with another ship. The Titanic. Which I'm not going into too much detail in this video. I might go into full detail about Mrs. Fletcher's husband Mrs. Fletcher's husband on the Silver Quill comparing. But then
As I said, this was a radical period for the island, and over the coming months, you will hear all about.
Anyway, wait. Mrs. Fletcher, she must be a powerful spirit. If I can give her a ranking based on the Ghostbuster, it says that she's a Class 7 anchored phantasm that manifested. She's a Class 7 anchor phantasm, and her house is like something to do with. Maybe that's her anchor. Maybe that's her anchor. Guys, I think Mrs. Fletcher is a Class 7 anchor phantasm that just holds it on. I don't think if she is a Class 7 anchored phantasm. Guys, in case you're wondering why do I say she's a Class 7 anchored phantasm instead of just a ghost. You know what classification system I use for ghosts? The same as the Ghostbusters. Same as in the Ghostbusters. Guys, I use the Ghostbuster classification system. And I say that Mrs. Fletcher is a Class 7 for anchor phantasm. Guys, but why would Mr. Fletcher not... Guys, but here's the problem. If she's a ghost... But guys, don't you forget about about those files of sodor? Those something files of sodor. Don't forget about those SPC files of sodor. Guys, you're probably wondering why did I bring them up. In that, well, I'm going to talk a little bit about this, but there's a reason. As I discussed in SPC files of as SPC files of sodor, as Atlee Edwards said that in an you see, SPC file or just, you know what I call this organization? The Foundation. Guys, there's some... Here...
As it distracted from my worrisome expression...
Listen to what Edwards said.
This obvious the day the engine arrived at Fort Sudrian. We were instructed to perpetuate this obvious cover story if the need arose.
Here.
That same day, I was questioned by some people. They didn't say who they were or where they were from. They just asked me a lot of questions about Sodor's supernatural history.
Supernatural history. Wait, and wait for
told them about the various ghosts.
Could it be I thought at the time it was just Arthur. But now having watched this episode about Mrs. Fletcher, sure made me think. Could Mrs. Fletcher have been there? Or, guys, I did create an idea theory. Could Farmer McCall be a ghost like Mrs. Fletcher? Sure. Nah, maybe. Quite possible. Maybe this is a descendant of Farmer McCall. Guys, I'm trying to figure out why Mr.
As well as the lucky lamp. They thanked me.
But the various ghosts. That implies Mrs. Fletcher, and Arthur. But before you type in to say, no, that's not Arthur, but remember earlier that same season? Yes. Well, Arthur, the prototype. How about that? Just to clarify who's who, the ghost to terrorize, I'm going to rename it the Timothy. Because at least that's the ghost. That's at least the model of the Spectre in the game. Game. That's the name of the Spectre. Thomas, guys, about Timothy. He will be in my series. As like a story that Thomas tells Percy one day about his big brother. Here's a clip. I might make it into a solo short. I might make it into an island short. This story alley about Timothy Edgic. Guys, this idea I have is so good. I might turn it into an island short tomorrow. Bro. Guys, we're back on topic. In the foundation files of Sodor, they investigate the cave, the lucky lamp, the Nod Twin, and John Cuber, and the Stand Stones. Which means Mrs. Fletcher there's a third reason. I think Mrs. Fletcher was made up for the purposes of that story. Even though maybe the files didn't, maybe the Foundation didn't want to go after her. Maybe the Foundation, because she was indeed a spook. Guys, I woke up. I know I was dreaming, but I didn't know where I was. I know, but when I saw Eagle, go, I was like, Eagle, go. Eagle. I was like, where are we? Are we in heaven? No, Thomas, we're not, said my older brother named Timothy. Eagle, go. Timothy, don't you know who I... As I saw my older brother and Timothy. When I put it together, I was like... When I pieced it together, I was beyond happy to see Eagle and Timothy again. Even though they're... Guys, I haven't retired Eagle. Go. It's great to see you too, Thomas. Miss. Thank bro. Even though I can only see you guys. Guys, I might make this a full-on solo full-on island short tomorrow. Well. Yeah, I will. How life in the afterlife. I asked them what is it like in heaven, hell, wherever you are. Eagle replied back saying it's fine, Thomas. is really fine in the afterlife. However, kind of boring. Right? Kind of, well, boring here in the afterlife. Yeah, I have to agree. I have to agree with Eagle here, Thomas. Pretty boring in the afterlife. They're pretty boring here in the afterlife. As I said, what? But death is pretty boring here in the afterlife. You can come back. The fact controller can give you something. Then if I can, no, Thomas. That's me and Eagle are permanently stuck here. Here in the afterlife. As I said, that's a horrible fate. That's a horrible fate to know that even in the afterlife. Thomas. Yes. Yeah, even here in the afterlife. Pretty boring. Right? I mean, how everyone's dead. What is even the use for us gold dust prints here in the afterlife? Well, no idea. No idea. What? What? You have no idea what's in... I mean, I've been here longer than you. You've been... I know that. I mean, you were the one that taught me how to merge Eagle. You were the... Timothy, you were the guy that taught me how to merge in Thomas's dreams. But come to think of it, the afterlife is pretty boring. Is there anything you can do? No, Timothy. See, even after our final firings. Telling we never did truly die. Telling we never truly died. That way we've been in the purgatory since we died. Because we never died the way we're supposed to. We never got a final firing. Right. You mean, if we died because of a crash, we're stuck here in the afterlife. How did you die again, Eagle? I died because of mini crap in 1923. I died earlier that year because of a bridge. Because I had a broken regular. I couldn't shut off steam, and I was heading toward the viaduct that was under repair. That was only half completed. As I told my driver fireman to get off, they didn't listen to me, and they jumped clear. Well, I would never hurt them again. You think that guy, St. Peter, guys, I will turn this into a full-on episode tomorrow. Until then, I'm not fun. See you. Hey, goodbye, guys.